Hello, welcome to Medhkara Studios. This is Air Marshal Sanjeev Kapoor, and today I'm going to discuss with you the geopolitical situations which is unfolding in the world. Ever since Trump took over on 20th of November last year, in last about 4 to 5 months, the whole global financial institutions, the trade wars, and the relations between these countries have gone for a toss. The kind of support Trump was giving to the world, especially to its allies, be it in NATO, be it in Japan, be it in Philippines, be it in Taiwan, be it in other countries in the region, he has questioned that why should America continuously support these countries without anything in return. And not only that, so all products which were manufactured in America were heavily taxed in these countries, wherein the imports from these countries are getting subsidy in America. So in effect, what had happened in last many years is the Chinese good, ever since they joined the World Trade Organization, had flooded the markets of Europe and America. So the local industry, both in Europe and America, was killed because the cost of labor is very high in these countries. So the Chinese, which are able to get cheaper labor and also subsidize through the government funding their manufacturing and delivery, also benefited from this thing. So a product which may have costed $10 in America, the Chinese are pushing the same product for $2. Now the Europeans and the world over was lapping these goods slowly and slowly in last about 20 years, from since the time beginning of this century when the Chinese entered the WTO. The manufacturing has killed. So today, like in the 17th and the 18th centuries and the early 19th centuries, when the global factory was America, UK, now the global factory has shifted to China. So if you notice, all the raw material from the world is being pulled across and taken to China. But after November 20th, things have changed. The tariffs which the Trump has put has rattled China. Now China doesn't know what has hit them. So if you notice, the Chinese ambassador has started making, he came, for information of all of you, last year in February, Zifeng Hong, the Chinese ambassador in Delhi. So he coined a term which was heavily covered in the Times of India, to say that the dragon and elephant dance is what the world wants to see. We also saw thawing of relations between India and China after Galwan. So last year, the Chinese troops withdrew from the posts, their positions close to Galwan, telling and indicating India that they mean well for India and they wanted to ease off. Now, what are the reasons why the Chinese are doing it? The Chinese have monopoly in the world in last 5 to 7 years in electric vehicles, for which the competitor for Baidu is Tesla. The Chinese have monopoly. 75 to 80% of the global market is captured in solar cells and associated appliances by the Chinese. They have monopoly in these things. And the Chinese are making a huge headway in artificial intelligence and quantum, in which the America has not caught on as yet. China has made leaps in space and other verticals, but of course, the Americans are way ahead. This tariff is what I will cover today, has rattled the Chinese. So if you would have seen news in last 3 to 4 days, the Chinese president, Xi Jinping, rushed to the 3 Southeast Asian countries. These countries were loggerheads with China in the last few days, but now the raw material from China was coming to Vietnam. So Vietnam was manufacturing sports shoes, t-shirts, appliances, other goods, and that was going back to China and shipped to US. So the things are working fine, but the Chinese soon realized that this may not continue ever. So they came and offered what? So that brick and road initiative kind of a thing, that we will make dams for you, we will make highways for you, we will make railway tracks for you, we will make education institutions for you, we will, and these are the debt traps with which a lot of countries in Africa, Southeast Asia, even our neighbor Pakistan and Sri Lanka have been trapped. So The timelines are always exceeded. The debt trap is so much that the country has to pay a huge amount of interest on this infrastructure project. And there's a clause which the Chinese have entered that if you are unable to pay, this product or this facility will be owned by Chinese. So now China has realized that this BRIC, the brick and road, uh, the initiative which they took is dying down. On one hand, the money is stopping, the unemployment is increasing, their trade deficit is widening between them and the European countries and America, and also the unrest within the country on issues related to unemployment are picking up. So China has started going around globe, and India is the biggest market of the world. So China has now wanting India to be the next consumer, because the American markets are stopped now. So all the product which the Chinese are manufacturing has to go to some market in India. So that's how the Chinese ambassador is saying the dragon and elephant play together, and the Chinese are reaching out. Don't worry, we will sort out all issues of LAC. The Chinese are now saying we will, give you subsidy on our products. The same Chinese are now, speaking a different tone. So this is just to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the geopolitics which are unfolding at this stage. I would like to continue covering these aspects for you. So the whole aim of this video is that you understand the concepts, and when you see an article in the newspaper, or when you see something on the YouTube or the television, you're able to put across things wisely. Keep following me for defense and geopolitical related issues at my channel, which is broadcasted through Medhkara Studios. Thank you and Jai Hind.